We're going to work on, and I'm going to show you some of the basic endings. You know, we always talk about taking people to the ground. First, everything starts standing up. So I'm going to work on a throw, and I'm going to show you how to finish on that throw. So, have Master Mike working with me here. I'm going to grab his collar. I'm going to step in right there, and I'm just going to step here. Watch my foot. 1, 2, 3. From there, I'm going to pull the throw.
Us?
That's what I'm going to do. Show you again. So, I'm going to have him right here, and I'm doing the cha-cha-cha. Step 1, 2, 3. So, remember, if you're trying to throw a man, you can't throw a man from here. In order to throw him, the foot has to cut off his leg. Otherwise, I'm trying to throw a guy resisting with weight. In real life, I'm stepping in, and I'm really cutting off his foot. Almost breaking his leg to get that throw. So, you got to come close. You got to be inside his gi, as a judo friend of mine said. So I want to be close to him. I grab the collar up high here. I step in. I step cha-cha-cha here, and I throw over. Good. Also, you have to turn your head. So as I step in, I step across. Here, I want to turn my head this way. So he goes over. Now let's talk about Vee Jujitsu endings. The hand is extended. I inside grab, and then I kick. The whole time I have a monkey grip here. Monkey grip, inside grab, kick, and I stomp the ribs because the ribs are exposed. After stomping the ribs, I heel into his solar plex. Show you one more time from there. I threw him here. I change grips. And then I kick. I stomp. And then I strike him right in his solar plex. Here's the other thing that happens. I step back in a forward stance. A lot of people practice kata, but they don't know how to use kata in fighting. I step back and put his arm over my knee. To make him uncomfortable, I strike him or smack him in the face. Now I lean my body forward, Tai Chi style. Tai Chi style. Leaning my body forward, breaking his arm. Right here. From there, I turn to the other side. Since they turn over, go over this way. Same arm, same arm. So, I kicked, I stomped, I kneed, I hit my heel here, I stepped here, I stepped back. Now, a lot of karate guys will call this a forward stance. Almost a forward stance. Smack the face and lean forward. Try to keep my posture. Now, I shift my body completely the other way. This is my favorite part. Get a close shot of that. What I'm doing, I'm breaking his elbow and breaking his wrist at the same time. It's hitting the floor like this. Boom. And also, you hear him moaning because I'm cutting off his air supply by putting my knee into his solar plex.
What?
So we'll go back to that again. So now, I have the monkey grip. I kicked his spine, which makes his body go forward. I stomp his ribs because they're exposed. I hit him in the solar plex, and now I shift my body totally the other way. Breaking his elbow, breaking his wrist, and cutting off his air supply by being over his solar plex in his chest. If you want to be really mean, be in his throat, choking him out. Now raise up again. Now loop my foot over, kick him in the spine, which pops him up. Okay, we'll show you from the other angle. I kick him in the spine, which pops him up. As I pop him up, I don't hesitate. What do I do? Smack his ears. I'm smacking the top of his head because I like it. Smack smack his ears, rake his face, and now pressure point right in here. By gripping with the pressure point and leaning forward. Let's get a side view of that. I smacked his ears, I raked his eyes, pressure point in, and my knee goes forward. There's that forward stance again. Now after my knee goes forward, I grab under his chin and I elbow to the bridge of his nose. So there's a lot going on there. Show you again. I kick him in the spine to get him up, pop him up. Now from here, wow, he gets smacked immediately. Now I rake his eyes, pull him back. But what I do, I showed you about that little Tai Chi movement. I lean forward, then hook under, elbow. Now he's supported on my knee. I step my knee back, here. Now a lot of guys you see doing karate chops. I take my finger and put it in his throat. Take your finger and put it in his throat. Now as I take my finger and put it in his throat, I turn my knee on the bridge of his nose. Turn my knee on the bridge of his nose. I'm giving you guys a lot. This is a lot of stuff. Let me show you how we end it when the fight is over. The fight is over after I cross step and stomp. This is the groin. Cross step and stomp. From there, as a martial artist, I spin out. Now I'm looking at my opponent. I kick his legs. And I stomp his ankles. Once I stomp his ankle, Mike can't come back after me. That's what I want to do. Now I'm going to show you all of this movement in one motion. People call this overkill, but you have to have a variety of techniques when you're doing reality-based martial arts. This is reality-based martial arts. This is street self-defense. So if a guy grabs me, I have to be able to throw him, all right? When you're being robbed, it's social. Somebody's grabbing you, holding you, choking you. Nobody's going, yo, man, give me your money. Put it down on the ground from across the street. Guys right up in your face, and it's always the look, the glare. You know you're in trouble. If you bust him up because he got too close, everybody in New York knows you don't talk to people like this. Guy comes to me, starts talking like that, the first thing we do is hit him. Because he means harm to me. He can tell the police something else later. Here we go. Grab here, grabbing here, grabbing into his collar, or even over his head. I can go over his head, move over, throw him over. At the monkey grip, I'm in. Now watch how I move. Hit, stomp, strike, pop, break, pop, lift them over, smack the ears, break, elbow, down, the sword hand, break his nose, the sword hand, break his nose, step over, stomp, spin, kick the leg out, stomp the ankles. And then you call the police. There you go, give me somebody else. Since Jamal, thank you. Us. Okay, let's do it at a moderate speed. Person grabs you, you throw him. On the throw, in, kick, stomp, strike, break. Remember what I said? Break. Loop him over, snap his ear, scrape him, elbow him, go down, strike, smack him, scrape him. This is the pressure point right under here. I'm leaning forward with my knee, striking here. There, now look. And from there, in there, look, stomp, cross, kick, stomp, whatever he gives me. That's what you do. Okay, then, we'll work it again. He grabs you. I can go over and throw him. He's right here. Look. Kick, stomp, strike, break. Loop him over. Smack him. Scrape him. This is the pressure point right under here. I'm leaning forward with my knee, striking here. There, now look. And from there, I stomp. I pivot. I find a way. That one's up. This one's down. And he's done. I call the police. Oh, so today just a little bit on basic self-defense. Come under here. So that's it today. We worked on how to move when you have somebody on the floor, how to finish somebody. There's several different movements involved, but you want to be able to break your opponent up so he'll never come back again. And that's what reality-based self-defense is about. It's about being able to defend yourself to the utmost. So I look forward to seeing you next week, and I'll go over some other techniques of how to finish a man once you've thrown him and once he's down. You can use any throw that you want and get that extended arm, and again, start to do your work. Start to stomp him out. Start to do other things with your martial arts. I always tell my students all the time, keep your martial arts in your fighting. Many years ago, I watched two martial artists do beautiful kata, and they got into an argument and they got in a real fight. And they started fighting like Jane and Mary on the street. All that technique means nothing if you can't use it. That's my advice. See you next week. Listen.
Os.